Welcome to Popcorn to Go, a podcast by the Popcorn in Bed sisters. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Carly, and we are here as your below average movie experts to talk about some things movies, pop culture, all things life, daily thoughts, and more.
So grab your popcorn and come hang out with us. Hey guys, welcome back to Popcorn to Go. I'm Cassie.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. By the time you hear this, it might be post-Christmas, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, all the things. So we are very excited to be here and talk about upcoming 2025 movies and 2025 goals.
Yes. When I hear 2025, for some reason that sounds so much more futuristic than 2024. I don't know why.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, 2025? I'm like, what is that, in 7 years?
Yeah, I was like, are we in like the future? Is Star Trek real?
Yes.
Like, you know, star date, blah, 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 2025. It just seems like we should have flying cars or something. I don't know.
I know. And next thing we know, we're going to snap our fingers. It's going to be 2035 and the world will be run by AI and we will have flying cars. So, and jetpacks.
And robots to fold our laundry. Thanks, Elon. I'm on a waiting list.
I saw this meme and it was like, here's the thing about AI. I don't need AI to do my art and poetry and whatever. It's like, I need AI to do my chores and my laundry and my dishes. So then I can actually have time for the things that I love. Not AI can do my art. So I have time for my chores like that.
Yes.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh, that captures exactly what I think about AI. And like, it scares me, but it is very useful a lot of times. But I don't know. I want there to be more limits. I don't know.
I know. I feel like I need some more checks and balances and limits at ages versus like different things. And
I don't know if this is true or a rumor, but you know how Elon is making like a literal robot, like a house robot. So apparently like one night it folded like 4,000 towels for a hotel or something. Like they show it like folding the towels. Yeah. And saw this on the internet, so I don't know if it's true, but that he was like, he's only going to make them like 4 feet tall in case they do become sentient and try to take over. Like he's like, we could take them. So...
Oh my goodness, that is so
but they would probably like evolve and like be able to build themselves taller and, you know, take us down.
And then take over the world. Dang it.
Dang it. Okay, so we thought we would do a 2025 preview of some upcoming movies for this year. And I feel like looking over and doing some research for this episode, it's going to be a huge year for cinema, I feel like.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. As I was looking, so I'm going to cover just a spoiler alert. Cassie's going to cover the new kids movies coming out or family movies and then the obscure ones. And I'll do kind of the big blockbusters coming out. Also, side note, fun that Blockbuster has still remained. You know, like there's no blockbusters, but it's still a sentiment.
Well, I think it was a sentiment before it was a store. I think the term blockbuster meant like it had a small budget but made a lot of money. Like I think that's what
that makes a lot of sense. Well, you learn something new every day. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I was going through and I'm like, oh, this one counts. Oh, this one counts. Oh, this one definitely counts. Like, it is a big year I feel like for some of the big franchises, there's and then I'm excited too about the ones that aren't supposed to be blockbusters, but will be and all that. So.
Yeah. I mean, people could say 2024 was a pretty big year too. We've had like some huge, big budget movies that have like done crazy well and some smaller ones that have been big surprises. And, but yeah, like you said, there are some like big franchise movies coming out, but a lot of creative ones too, I'm finding in my category. So, and then Carly, be thinking, let's say the one we're most excited for at the end in
I
2025.
already know mine, so we're good to go.
I already know yours too. Spoiler alert, Defying Gravity.
Wicked!
Okay, so why don't I start with the family-friendly, kind of more like mom movies. So
Yes, we love it.
Okay, so there is a ton. And the one out of this category that I'm probably most excited for is the live action of How to Train Your Dragon. So maybe
Here's
it's
my
because
only
I had
thing.
Okay, go ahead.
With that is I'm also very excited for that. But also sometimes I'm like, do we need a live action of all of them? You know, like How to Train Your Dragon is so fantastic. And I kind of like that it's your imagination and like because it's animated and all that. And so
True. And there's some on here that I'm like, we don't need that. I don't think we need Snow White live action. I don't think we need Lilo and Stitch live action. But have you seen the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon, the live action one?
I have. Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it looks good, but it just has very high stakes to live up to.
Yes.
And I kind of like that one was animated. So anyways, but I hope I'll
this
still
one
watch it.
changes your mind. There's been a few live action that I've really enjoyed. I loved the Aladdin one. I know that not everyone did, but I really liked it.
One too.
Anyways, okay, so How to Train Your Dragon 2. I just think I had an excellent trailer experience. I saw it in the theater in the IMAX when we were seeing Moana 2. And that music, which is one of my favorite, not even just animated soundtracks, but favorite soundtrack. The seats were like rumbling and it looked amazing on the big screen. And then that music, and I'm like, whoa, this feels big. So I am excited for that one. I thought Toothless it's weird because it's live action, but it's like, he looks really good. Like,
yeah, he looked really good. Mm-hmm.
Like a cartoon that belongs. I can't even describe it, what live action is. Same with Lilo and Stitch. I'm like, I don't know. It's not like Space Jam where they're like cartoons in movies, but they are.
Yes, very fair.
Anyways, so that is a big one. And probably my second most looking forward to is Zootopia 2.
Oh, okay, fun.
I love Zootopia. It's like one of my top 5 Disney movies. I think it is so clever and funny, and I just love Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde. So they showed a trailer for this at D23, which is like a Disney nut conference, like cult conference. You know, like how Apple does their like cult conference. What are they called? Yeah. There's a word.
Keep going.
Anyways, so they showed a trailer at D23 and someone like videoed it and then they put it on YouTube. So that's how I saw the trailer. But
okay, fun.
I love the world of Zootopia, like how it's a city with all these different kinds of animals and how they, sloth
portray the stereotypes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this just looked like another adventure for them. I don't know that it could live up to the first, but I think it is very clever and I'm really excited for that one. I love the voices of Jason Bateman and Jennifer Goodwin. Yeah. So that I don't know. I'm excited for it. I have high hopes.
Can I share a funny story about Zootopia?
Yes,
and then everyone, I promise, we'll go through the list quicker. But so everyone knows I love going to a movie by myself, especially when I have a bad day. And I normally go to a matinee, but this one was like a Monday night. I just had a really, really bad day. And I just look up movies and it's the only one that I can think of to see. And so I'm like, okay, but also I'm like, gotta get to the theater. But I love the previews. I love the previews of movies.
Same.
And so it's like 6:50. I'm at my apartment. The show starts at 6:55. So I hop in my car and I am speeding. Okay. And I have this feeling that I should slow down, but I don't because I don't want to miss the previews. And then I get pulled over. And I had never been pulled over before for speeding or anything. And so it's funny because I always told myself, I'm like, it was in college. I was probably a junior.
You had not got pulled over before that?
No.
Oh, okay. Me neither.
Yeah. Rumble cause. Just kidding. Anyways, so I get pulled over and I'd always told myself like, oh, if you get pulled over, you should cry and maybe you'll get out of the ticket. So this guy this cop pulls me over and he's like, hey, do you know how fast he was going? And I just start bawling. Like, this is not on purpose. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. I've just had a really hard day. And this is the stupidest reason, but I was trying to get to the movie theater because I don't want to miss the previews and I've just had a bad day. And I like can't stop bawling.
So you're not,
and
you're not like doing a bit. Like you're just like overcome
Like
with
I
emotion.
actually, and yes. And because I'm actually embarrassed because I'm crying so much. And this guy's like, okay. He doesn't really know what to do with me. And so I was like, I'm like trying to turn away from him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I really am embarrassed. Like, this is not normally me. And he's like, okay, give me your stuff, you know, I'll be right back.
Here's a Midol and a Snickers.
But he's like, okay, I can tell you've had a rough day. He's like, you seem nice. I'm going to let you off with a warning, but you have to listen to my spiel. And I said, oh my gosh, that's so nice. I'm totally okay. And he's like, I know you're trying to get this movie and you've had a hard day. He's like, but would you rather be 5 minutes late to the movie? Or like, what if there was a kid running in the street and like you were going too fast and you couldn't stop? He's like, so what matters more? The like speeding to the movie or, you know, keeping the children safe? And I was like, just start crying more. I'm like, you're so right. I'm so sorry. And I did get off, not on, got out of the ticket. Crying, not on purpose, but
there you go. Work it, car. Just kidding.
Yeah. Anyways, and I was actually so embarrassed, and I got to the movie, and it was just ridiculous. But it was my first time being pulled over, and it was quite the experience. So,
and okay, well, did you like Zootopia, or were you like too?
I did
frazzled?
like it. Yeah. No, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it's cute. Okay, so you're saying I need to go faster.
Well, we can't do a deep dive into every movie.
I'm not. Okay. Also,
this is so funny, Cass, because I was just making little clips for our last one, and it's like so funny of you. Like, I'm just gonna get some context, and you like literally preface the whole movie.
I saw that, Family Man. Yeah. Long story short, or not really. Okay, so Minecraft. Minecraft is a movie coming out. This is a huge video game, and my boys partake of this video game, and so they've been really excited. But it's Jack Black. The trailer released, and according to the Minecraft YouTubers that my kids listen to, they are not happy with this trailer and the way it looks. And it's funny because I saw the trailer. I'm like, guys, this looks so cute and fun. And they are apparently the hardcore Minecrafters are anti this. Just the style of animation, I think they don't love, and the way the characters look. I don't really know the critiques, but that is on the radar for kids. Okay. I feel like there is a good amount of family-friendly kid movies coming out. I think it's been because of the crazy success that they've had the last couple of years, and people are like, okay, let's do it. Let's make some more family-friendly movies.
Well, I will
Parents
stand on
always
this
need something to do.
Yeah, I will stand on this soapbox over and over again about not just family-friendly, but like we need more than just dark R-rated movies. Like, yeah, no matter
she said
what.
It and she meant it. There's also, as I mentioned, the Lilo and Stitch, which for some reason Lilo and Stitch never connected with me. I feel like Stitch is like still popular 20 years later. Like I see kids wearing the sweatshirts, the merch is everywhere at Disneyland, but it just didn't hit with me. So I don't know what I'm expecting about the live action. I do love the setting of Hawaii and all this stuff, but we'll see.
I did like Lilo and Stitch, but for some reason I thought that was more of like a My Generation movie, and I was shocked how much stuff there still was at Disneyland when we went. So, like, and I didn't know if that was to promote the new one coming. I'm like, no, people
it's
still
been there for years. People just love
Who knew?
Stitch. And then there's Snow White. Now, have you seen the preview for this one? The live action Snow White?
I have not seen the preview, no.
Okay. It's not great. It's not great. Let me just tell you. Okay, so it's Rachel Zegler, I think. She's the one that was in, oh crap.
Love Rosie?
No, she was in the one, it's a musical, and it has I'm going to butcher this. Okay, never mind. Rachel Zegler. She's beautiful, okay? But I get that they're trying to be accurate with the movie, but the hair is so bad and so distracting. And it's not just me. That's like every I'm like, we could have given her a cute haircut that still is an homage to Snow White without it being Lord Farquaad style. So apparently this movie's been in production, or it's like it was supposed to be released like 2023, but then it got pushed 2024, and they've like rewritten the script, and then there was like controversy about the dwarves, whether they should be played by little people or CGI, and so they redid all of that. I just think it's kind of set up to kind of be a mess, it sounds like. So I'm a little worried about this one, which is too bad because Snow White is like Walt Disney's like original, and it's, I don't know. I'm hoping that it surprises me, but that's one of those live actions that I don't know that we need. Okay, I think that's all for my, there's of course more, but we can't cover every movie coming out in 2025, so we kind of had to wade through them. But I think that's the big ones for, and then Moana 2, or Moana 3, I'm thinking. Moana live action. Gosh. Moana live action, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. I was like, Moana 3? Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, I'm excited for the family-friendly movies coming out in 2025. Okay, so for the blockbusters, movies made for the theater.
There's some
the
big
list
ones.
I looked at. This one was just listed number 1. Okay, this isn't even my bias, but it would be my bias because the one I'm definitely most excited for is Wicked for Good. Part 2. If you've seen the first one, if you've seen our last couple episodes, I'm obsessed. Cassie still hasn't seen it. Anyways, we're once she sees it, then I could say we will be very much looking forward to Wicked Part 2.
So I feel like people were at first mad when they found out it was only going to be a 3-hour movie, was only going to be part 1. It wasn't going to be the whole thing. But I feel like the reception has now been, you're totally fine. Do whatever you need. We adored this. Like, take your time for part 2. We'll wait, kind of thing.
Yeah. I know. I saw this funny thing and it was like, so if you've ever seen the Broadway Wicked, like that's where their intermission is. And then this girl was saying that just now 2025 is just the intermission of Wicked Part 1 and Part 2. And we all get to just get our snacks and take our little breaks and then just prep for Wicked Part 2.
I really like the idea of the year 2025 just being an intermission in life too. Just hold, please.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, what else you got?
Okay, we got Superman. The only thing I know about this is the one guy from Twisters that we said looked like a mix of the two people who had played Superman coming together. And now I guess he's cast as the Superman. So they have a look. He's crushing it. And I feel like people in the past, don't quote me on this, but haven't been super impressed with Superman. So hopefully this one changes that. I feel like
there's been so many iterations of Superman. I've been finding out. I've seen the Superman 1 and 2 with Christopher Reeve. And then there's very mixed reviews on the newer ones. There's Superman Returns, and there's the Henry Cavill Supermans, and then there's anyways, I think it goes back and forth. I know that this one is big because James Gunn is doing it and people are excited about that. I watched the trailer on a live the other night and I actually really liked the trailer. Like, I think they did a good job of like really piquing my interest. It had apparently a lot of homages to the cartoon with the little dog and stuff, but I think casting was really, really good for it. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor. He's very bald in it, which is weird to see, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think people are excited.
Will it hold up to Smallville? We'll see. Just kidding. Okay, next up, yet another Jurassic World coming out. So I feel like this is a beloved franchise. However, I feel like people have not been impressed with the last few. I'll be honest, I think I've only seen one of them. I went on a double date to a drive-in theater and I don't remember much. So I
liked the first Jurassic World. I think I've seen 2. This will be 4. So I've missed 3. But like, speaking of things we don't necessarily need, I don't think there's like a public outcry of like, please more Chris Pratt and
it's
Jurassic
more just
World.
Like people used to love these, so they'll probably still come see it just to give it a try.
Yeah, but I know it's like kind of nostalgia bait, but But I don't think number 3 did super well. So it surprises me that a 4th is coming out.
Well, you know what they say, if you're not happy, lower your expectations. So maybe people have low expectations, they'll be able to surpass them.
Yeah.
Okay. We also have Star Trek Section 31 coming out. Big deal. 2025.
Okay. It's weird. I've been literally immersed in the Star Trek universe, but haven't necessarily show off. She's doing the live long and prosper. I struggle. But I haven't heard anything about this, and it comes out in January. But it's Michelle Yeoh, which she's amazing. So I'd probably want to see it. But when I watch the preview, I'm like, this does not look like the Star Trek I know. So I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a branch off of it. Just a little bit I was reading about it, but
yeah.
Okay. Well, we shall see. Star Trek Section 31. Okay, next, Captain America, Brave New World. So I am curious about this one. I feel like we've had quite a few Captain America movies, and I feel like I liked them. So I would see this one. I'll for sure see this one.
Yeah, it's not Chris Evans though. Do you know that?
No, I don't know how I feel about that.
Carly.
Shoot, sorry everyone.
So it's not
Below
Captain
average
America,
movie experts.
because you remember in Endgame he passes the torch on to
Falcon,
Anthony Mackie, and then there's a whole actual miniseries on Disney Plus that I watched on the channel.
I tried to get into that one. I couldn't.
Yeah, it was mid, I think.
Oh,
I'm cool.
We're saying mid. Okay.
Yeah, I am. And yes, so this will be Falcon as Captain America, I believe.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about either. Okay.
The only hard part of that. Oh wait, you finish and then I'll go.
But Falcon doesn't have the super serum, or like he's just like a really good fighter and has cool like gadgets. But like I feel like Captain America needs to be like
he's the actual superhero.
Yeah, like a superhero, exceptional. I don't know. I don't hope I'm not getting in trouble for that, but
no, that's fair. Just the one thing is probably one of my all-time favorite like reels shorts I've seen is Tom Holland and the actor of the Falcon doing an interview, and he's talking about Spider-Man Homecoming coming out, and Falcon's like, oh my gosh, like was it good? Da-da-da. And Tom Holland's like, you haven't seen it? Like, what the heck? Why haven't you seen it? He's like, sorry, man. Falcon's trying to play it off all cool. And then he's like, well, that's okay. I guess I haven't seen Falcon either. But, oh, wait, there isn't one. And I think it's so funny and such a burn by Tom Holland. But now there will be one. So dang it.
Yeah. So, yeah, Falcon is now Captain O'Captain. So,
yes.
I don't know. Okay. I feel like Marvel has struggled in this last, what do they call them? Phases?
Yeah, well, because they've been trying to do too much. So
tough.
We'll see.
But speaking of Marvel, are you talking about
yes, the Fantastic Four First Steps.
And that.
I have mixed feelings about this. I actually watched a Fantastic Four when I was way younger.
Me too.
I think like Jessica Alba was in it or something. Maybe not her.
Was Chris Evans in it?
Yeah, I think so. And I liked it. But I just remember seeing at the end of one of the Marvel movies where all of a sudden they bring in John Krasinski or whatever. And my only thing with this, I'm like, is that it? Him?
I think they did.
And I like, we're like allegedly. And my only thing is like, hey, not every famous person gets to become an Avenger. Like that's just not a thing. Okay. So that's my one bone to pick.
I might be wrong, but I think they have since scrapped that idea of John Krasinski. It's now going to be Pedro Pascal. So I'm not super
my sentiment still stands. Not every famous person gets to be an Avenger, and I don't know if we need more. So there's my thing.
Yeah, we'll see. This is another one that they've done a few times. Like they've tried to like reboot and reboot and reboot, but maybe this will be the winner. I love Pedro Pascal. I'll watch the crap out of it.
I know you do. So you're going to be biased, but
yeah.
Okay, next we have, drumroll please, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Cassie and I on our last episode did a Mission Impossible deep dive, so clearly we were both pumped for this one. But Tom Cruise makes movies for the theaters, so I am excited for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be huge, I think. And the final,
the final reckoning.
Makes
like
me
the
a
end
little
of an
sad,
era,
though.
honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Ethan Hunt, the end of our Ethan Hunt era. So
yeah,
kind of crazy.
I'm sure he might find a way to come back. Who knows?
Fair.
Never say never.
So true, in the words of Justin Bieber. Okay, also, we got a few more. Avatar, Fire and Ash. I loved the first Avatar. I feel like people had mixed opinions on the second Avatar. I liked it. It was long, but I still liked it.
I've actually never seen that one yet. The Way of Water one.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I liked it. It is long, but I liked it. I was entertained. Okay, listen, I don't know if this counts as a blockbuster, but I feel like it should because the movie industry needs to know that chick flicks still count as blockbusters. So also Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. I put it on the list. Okay, everyone?
I have this one on my list too. Okay, I have it on my list too. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes, I'm excited.
Oh, she's like such a relatable, endearing character. I just, they're just comfort movies for me. And Hugh Grant is in there. It's going to be fun.
Love it. Yeah, I think it'll be really fun.
She's a mom.
Okay, and then the last two, I actually didn't do enough research on this one, so I apologize. But Tron, I just feel like the past Trons have been really big. So I feel like if this is the same type of Tron, then this one will also be really big.
Yeah, and it's Jared Leto, so he would be new to the Tron universe, not Jeff Bridges.
I have seen one of the Trons with Olivia Wilde, I think.
Yeah. I liked him.
And then, I liked it too. I don't remember a ton, but I liked it too. I remember liking it. And then my last but not least, and you can hate me if you want that I put it on the list, but Freakier Friday.
This is a blockbuster. Okay.
Yes, listen. I feel like this was my generation, okay? Lindsay Lohan, all the things. So I feel like in my realm, the people I talk to, we're excited about this one, okay? The nostalgia factor, all the things.
I mean, Lindsay Lohan is in her glow up renaissance right now. So, and I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think it's going to be, this one is going to, like, you're right. It'll probably do crazy good in the theaters because every millennial girl is going to be there on opening night with their girlfriends on book club. You know, it's going to be really fun.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, you missed one that I want to talk about, which is Thunderbolts. Did you see that one in your research? Which is another Marvel one, and it's like the combining of worlds. It's like Black Widow's family, you know, like the Russians.
Yes.
And Florence Pugh is in there. And I haven't seen a trailer, but I have seen like a cover. And I really liked the Black Widow family. So
yeah, they were fun.
I think this one actually might be really good. I haven't been excited for a Marvel movie in a while, but I'm really excited for that one.
Okay, well, I feel like Black Widow didn't get great reviews, but I really liked it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Okay, out of those ones, I want you guys to tell us in the comments, out of the big ones, what you are most excited for so far. Okay, so last up we have kind of, and I don't know if obscure is the right word, just like maybe not the big titles, the big franchise names. The first one is F1 is coming out, and it's Brad freaking Pitt. The man who does not age, because if you watch the trailer, he's just looking better than ever. And he's an like F1 racer. Wine. And I don't watch the F1 Netflix show, but I feel like everyone and their mom does and is obsessed with it.
So
I feel
obsessed.
Like that Netflix show is literally changed the F1 world. People are paying thousands of dollars. Like people who have never even heard of it are now like traveling to Singapore to watch it. It's crazy. So I think they're very smart to like come out with this F1 movie.
Totally.
It looks really good. I've liked every racing movie I've seen, which I don't ever watch racing. So it's weird that I like racing movies, but I think it's going to be really good. Okay. The next one looks like weird. But maybe I'm into it. It's Robert Pattinson, and it's a movie called Mickey 17. And basically, like, he becomes what they call, like, an expendable, where he, like, can keep dying, and they just, like, remake him. And then eventually there's one is supposed to be dead, but he's not. And then there's two of them, and it's but it's like a sci-fi space monster.
Oh, interesting.
But his voice is really weird in it. Like he's talking like a cartoon. I don't know. It looked weird, but it's very anticipated. So
okay,
we'll see.
Mickey
Robert
13.
Pattinson's kind of having like a renaissance too. I feel like he's been in some good ones lately. And
yeah, I agree. He'll always be Edward though to me.
Edward Cullen forever. Okay, the next one's called The Life of Chuck, and this is a Stephen King novel adaptation, and I think it's one of his like really loved books. It's Tom Hiddleston, which that Taylor's
Loki.
boyfriend for a day, and Loki. Mark Hamill and Mike Flanagan, who did The Haunting of Hill House, which I just watched. I think he's a really good director. He's directing it. Don't know much about it other than it's based on the book, but I don't really know what the book's about. But another like very anticipated one, just because I think it's a Stephen King novel, and
Right. Yeah. It's
they've done a lot of movies, and they're always, I think, pretty well received. So we've got, this is kind of like an unofficial one. There's not much information about it, but it's Leo.
Okay.
Leo's, and I feel like he needs a win because I feel like people are starting to, like his last two movies haven't, like The Killers of the Flower Moon, and I don't know, people didn't love it. And I'm like, we love Leo though. Like he's one of the best of our generation. So
I mean, that movie was a lot, but I feel like he did really well in it.
Did you see Killers of the Flower Moon?
Yes, I did.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. In
With
theaters.
Robert De Niro and the Native Americans, and that surprises me, Carly.
I had to close my eyes on a lot of parts, but yes, it was really heavy.
Yeah. Very depressing sounding, but like I agree. Like Leo's performance was probably amazing because I feel like he's always is. But this is called The Battle of Bacton Cross, and Sean Penn's in it, Leo's in it, Regina Hall, and it's a heist movie, possibly based off a novel called Vineland, which I tried to read synopsises of it, and I literally read like 4, and I'm still like, I don't understand. And I read like it's like it just sounded like such a crazy concept about a hippie who like jumps out of a window every year, and then he's in some kind of heist and someone's chasing him. I don't really understand, but that's the Leo movie coming out.
Is it supposed to be like a Inception-esque, like that kind of mind-boggling, or was it just a weird plot?
That's a great question. I don't know. I know the director's Paul Thomas Anderson, who he made There Will Be Blood, which I watched this year, and he's a really good storyteller apparently. But yeah, so that's the Leo movie coming out. Let's see, there's one called Marty Supreme by A24, and this is the one, did you see Timothy Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow like making out on set all over Instagram and TikTok and stuff?
No.
Yeah, which is just such a weird pairing to me, and like I didn't like seeing them kiss, which if you know me, I like seeing pretty much anyone kiss.
Well,
so
that was kind of like that Nicole Kidman, Zac Efron, Chris's movie that came out.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
But it's apparently, they're like saying it's The Wolf of Wall Street meets Catch Me If You Can. It's like loosely based off of a ping pong player who's like also a hustler. This like sounds like AI is making this synopsis
literally
up. Like, but yeah, and Timothy Chalamet is everywhere right now. I'm like, how do you have time for all these movies? He's got one coming out on Christmas Day, the Bob Dylan movie. And he's like apparently in talks for like Academy Awards for it.
Yeah.
But he is everywhere. Like, I'm like, hey, how'd you do this? Wonka, Dune, Kylie Jenner, which I still don't support. I'm sorry. I can't.
I get that.
Anyways, so that sounds interesting. I mean, I'll watch it for sure. And then the other one that I saw, and then this one did have a preview already. It's called The Amateur. And it's Rami Malek. Do you know who that is?
I feel like I've seen this preview for this one.
Yeah, he's like a CIA like coder, like a little like he's like a cartographer. What are they? Cryptographer. So he's like not like an agent, you know?
Right.
But then like somehow his wife gets taken by terrorists and he like is like, train me to become an agent. I gotta go get revenge. And he like somehow like convinces them to. Morpheus from Matrix is his trainer. And they're like, you can never do this. You're like too like, you know, you're too nerdy. But I think Rami Malek is a good actor to me. And so I watched the preview and I was like,
storyline. I love an agent.
I watched that.
So
yeah, exactly. So that's it. Some honorable mentions. You already talked about Bridget Jones, Freakier Friday, Tron, 28 Years Later, which is a zombie movie. The Cillian Murphy 28 Days Later I watched on the channel. It was very scary, but very good. And kind of was like the movie to bring back the zombie genre. But then there was 28 Weeks Later, and now this is 28 Years Later. And the trailer is so haunting and scary. Guys, if you haven't seen that, tell me what you think after you watch it.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I will not watch it. But.
Oh, it's so scary. And there was like, you don't see Cillian, I don't know which it is, I just say both, in the trailer, but he's listed on there. Then people were speculating that like 1 second you see this zombie that kind of resembles him, but I don't know. There's also Now You See Me 3.
Yes, I've heard about that.
Do you know Now You See Me's?
Yes.
You've seen them?
Yeah, the magic movies, right?
The magic, like Woody Harrelson, James Franco's little brother.
Mark Ruffalo.
No? Mark Ruffalo's in there? Jesse Eisenberg. And maybe Mark Ruffalo. So I don't know about that. Those were definitely fun movies, but
I
another
can't
one
remember if I saw the second one, if I'm being honest, but I liked the first.
Yeah, and then there's a Michael Jackson biopic coming out called Michael. So those are kind of some of the stuff coming out in 2025. I'm sure we missed some that people are excited about. Let us know what you're most excited about in 2025. Carly, on 3, let's say ours.
I already said mine.
Oh, yeah, Wicked.
Okay, I'll go again.
I'll do it myself.
One,
2, 3.
Bridget
Wicked! Jones. I feel like I should be more.
We are who we are. We are. I mean, it's not like we're not excited for the other ones. Okay, most of those blockbusters I mentioned, I'll watch and I'm excited for. But I am like so pumped for Wicked. Also Bridget Jones. Also Freakier Friday. Also Mission Impossible. Also Superman. You know?
Yeah.
We can have range.
Well, we're well-rounded movie people. Yes. But like, if I'm honest, like that just sounds so fun to go with you or my girlfriends and just eat popcorn and watch Bridget Jones.
Those are the ones going to be like, oh my gosh, how soon can I go? Get me to the chick flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our 2025 preview.
Yes. And then to end, we're just going to share quickly our little 2025 goals-esque. I say that because I'm not a huge goal person, as in like, I'm going to go to the gym X amount of times or whatever, like all of those things, which if you're that, we love that for you. I am all about healthy habits, all the things. But I am, I don't know, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on those things, so maybe that's why I do this, but I like more of a theme, like just a little thing I want to work on as me as a human. So should I just dive into it?
Just do it. Yeah.
Okay. So I have my main one. So yeah, my birthday is also close to New Year's. And so I always kind of do like a theme of that age plus that year. So my main theme will be, it's not that serious. Like, I feel like there are these little things that I'll get hung up on, whether, I don't know, it could be something at work, something in my life, something someone said, sometimes something I did. And a lot of the time, like, it's just not that serious, you know, in the grand scheme of things. So that's something I want to work on and internalize, and just don't sweat the small stuff. And then my 2 kind of runner-ups that will roll up into it are to slow down. I feel like often I am running from one thing to the next, and I just want to slow down a bit. But that also, I feel like, takes action in the way I'm like, okay, do I need to get out of bed sooner so I'm not rushing to work? Do I need to switch up something in my habit. Yeah. So that I'm not doing this, say no more often, all the things. So that, and then my last one is, and this is sparked by one of our previous episodes of talking about favorite movie moments and lines, but I just want more gumption in myself and in my life. Like, I'm quoting The Holiday, where she's quoting her friend Arthur, who was big in the film industry, and she's like, and it's what's gotten into you? And she's like, I think it's something resembling gumption. And I just want more moments that I'm like, oh yeah, that's gumption,
Totally.
And so, yeah,
I'm
those are my
not
themes.
Gumptious. I mean,
I feel like you are.
No, I'm not good at like standing up for myself, and I'm a people pleaser, So sometimes I'm just like want to have gumption like her and just say what you feel. I don't know. My goals for 2025 are, I'm like you, I don't love like I do want to try and read 20 books.
Nice, yeah, love that.
And that's more like quantitative, but because I don't find a ton of time to read books, but when I do, I'm always really happy I've done that. And because I watch movies and TV for the channel, sometimes I don't want to do it as much in my free time. So a book is like a good way for me to relax. I would love to get popcorn in bed I think we're going to get 500,000 pretty soon in the new year. So then my next goal, I think, would be 250,000. I don't know if that's possible in 2025 unless I watch The Exorcist or something, but you never know.
Don't sell your soul. Just kidding. Do what you need.
No, I don't know. That would be a huge jump for us, but that another quantitative one. But overall, I just want to worry less screen time, less comparing, and more being present, more doing things with my kids that they're interested in, even if it's painful for me, and like playing Minecraft or something like that. But yeah, those are some just ones I've been thinking about.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love all those. One year, my theme was to be present, and it was really good for me. Like, I think just to be mindful of it more often. And now I feel like I'm pretty good at not having my phone anywhere when I'm like with people and stuff. I mean, there are exceptions and all that, but
you are good at that. I've noticed that.
Thank you.
Good job. Phone down, eyes up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so everyone, join our Patreon community. We want to hear about your 2025, what goals, themes, trends.
I know people do like a word of the year sometimes, like just one word. Like you got your gumption.
Gumption.
Okay, well, that wraps it up. I cannot believe we're days away from 2025. Actually, we're probably in the future when you hear this. So that's crazy.
Welcome 2025.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Thank you so much for joining. Hope you had the best holidays and that 2025 is just the best year that brings you so much hope, peace, and joy.
World peace. Okay, thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for hanging out with this sisterly duo. If you enjoyed listening with us, don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform, leave that beloved 5-star review,
and join our Patreon for bonus content and to be part of the Popcorn community.